Hey guys, so I've had my rims Plasti Dipped on my Dodge Charger now for about a year and a half, and I just wanted to make this video showing my experience with Plasti Dip over that time and what you should consider if you actually do want to go ahead dipping parts of your car. Most people say Plasti Dip's the best thing ever for the price and rave about it, and I think that's true, but sometimes I also think the opposite. So I'm just going to take you through all the pros and cons that I could think of that are kind of sometimes rarely discussed. So these are stock Dodge Charger rims, 17 inches. In about May 2015 I wanted to get these in black, so I went with Plasti Dip as it seemed to be the cheapest option. And I had a garage do it for me, so it cost me about $200. And at first I really loved it, and for the price I couldn't have been happier, and it made the wheels look 100 times better than the plain stock color. So now on to the reasons why the Plasti Dip is really great. The price can't be beat. In no other way can you change the color for that cheap and try out really any color you want. Buying rims, painting, powder coating, all of that will cost at least 4 times more, and that's just for the rims. And the best thing is, if you don't like it, take it off and you got your original color back. So the Plasti Dip is great at protecting your original rims. So there's no need to buy any winter rims or anything like that if you use Plasti Dip wheels. Just dip the wheels and you have a fairly strong protector over it. So I mean, even the stock wheels don't see any weather or anything like that with this thick layer over them. And yeah, and if you want to, once you peel it off, then your stock wheels will be totally fine. So it's a great protectant for them. So the next thing is that you can change almost any piece of your car. People dip emblems, grills, bumpers, and even do the whole car. And again, if you don't like it, just take it off. And there are also tons of colors, at least 50 and counting to choose from. So if you're a person who likes to change any part of your car, or get sick of colors quickly, then Plasti Dip is great. And it's also good for restoring rims. So if you have a damaged rim that's full of curb rash or something like that, if you put a Plasti Dip coating over it, it'll look literally brand new and a different color as well. So the last pro is that there's little prep work needed to put on Plasti Dip, and anyone can really do it. They even sell the cans at all the major hardware stores now, and it's pretty easy to fix if you mess up or need to clean up mistakes. And there's also a ton of DIY videos and forums such as dipyourcar.com. So the first con would be that cleaning Plasti Dip is really hard. It's a rubber surface, so it attracts dirt and grime like crazy. And I've just gone to an automated car wash, and already, you know, it's really dirty, and I just drove about 5 kilometers home. So, yeah, if you want a true shine, you have to wash it yourself, and it never really looks the same as day one. And I've tried at least 10 different products, and some of them work well, some of them actually ruin the dip, like Armor All Tire Shine. It ended up taking layers on it, so you have to be careful what you put on it. So yeah, cleaning Plasti Dip is the most annoying thing by far. So the next thing would be durability. So Plasti Dip doesn't really last that long, and it can damage easily. It's really a temporary solution. Any claims that it can last over years is kind of bullshit if you live in a country with lots of weather, like winters, or if you drive your car a lot. So here in Canada, I had to get the wheels redipped after just one winter. And if you can see, they get a lot of scratches, imperfections, and even peeling pretty easily. And it looks like shit when that happens. Also, I had dipped the front spoiler as well, and I ended up taking it off just after 3 weeks because it just got so damaged from all the things hitting it that it just wasn't worth it. The next con would be that the looks are not the same as a real black rim or a paint job or a powder coating. Especially when the dip is dirty, the black kind of turns gray colored. And it looks pretty dusty and cheap. And even when it's cleaned, you know, the texture still is not quite the same. Maybe on this wheel here, it looks good from afar, but if you're anywhere near it, it doesn't look as great when you're close up to it. And once the wheels are cleaned, you know, it looks good for a day or two tops, and then after that, the other 5 days of the week, it looks pretty shitty. The next negative is cost. I also put this as a positive, but like I said, I needed to respray another layer of Plasti Dip after just one winter, which cost an extra $85. And now it's starting to peel and bubble again, so I might have to do another layer soon. Or next year after the winter again. So that's already $285 for a temporary solution for me to color the wheels and counting, so it keeps adding up. Say you redip the wheels once a year. That's basically $200 a year, and with that money you could have invested in some rims that look much better, last longer, and are easy to clean, and they will give you some money back later on when you decide to sell them. So the last negative with Plasti Dip is that if you don't do your research and learn how to apply it properly to your car, you could apply it too thin or thick, and the dip can look absolutely awful and have some really bad texture. It could also peel, crack, or bubble, and this just means wasted time and money. Alright, so there you go guys. That's every single point I could think of on the topic of Plasti Dip. I'd recommend it as a temporary solution if you're trying to save money, and it's definitely cool to change up the colors of your car without harming it, and of course it's reversible, but I would definitely 100% rather buy rims or wrap the car than use Plasti Dip. I'm a bit sick and tired of the hassles of always trying to keep it clean and spending money of respraying it and trying to maintain it and always trying to make it look good. So I'm definitely glad I was able to make my wheels black for a good price while I'm able to save up for some real rims, but hopefully next summer I'm able to actually buy those rims and get rid of the hassles of Plasti Dip. But it's definitely been a love-hate relationship with Plasti Dip. Alright, thanks for watching, and hopefully that helps you gain some more information about it and decide if it's right for you.